Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
We're learning more about a crash in eastern Sioux Falls that we first told you about Saturday morning. A 26-year-old man has been arrested in connection with the crash at 10th and Cliff Friday night. Police say officers were pursuing the man who was driving a stolen vehicle when he drove into the intersection and caused the crash.
Police say the man then ran from the scene but was caught a short time later. The suspect is facing several charges, including possession of a stolen vehicle, eluding law enforcement, and felony hit and run with an injury. We hope to learn more about the incident at this morning's police briefing. You can watch it live right here on KELOLAND.com starting at 10:30. A Brookings man is behind bars this morning following a break-in at a southern part of the city over the weekend. Police say it happened in the 100 block of Wagon Wheel Circle just before 3:30 Sunday morning. Authorities say 43-year-old Todd DeWolf had broken a window to get into a home. Authorities say DeWolf had made threats to one woman and threatened a man with a pepper ball gun.
Officers arriving on scene were able to get 2 women and a man out of the house. DeWolf then barricaded himself inside and refused to come out. Officers used a loudspeaker to make contact, and he eventually exited the house and was arrested. DeWolf is facing a list of charges, including aggravated assault and violation of a no-contact order. In Minnehaha County, one man is behind bars this morning after allegedly pointing a bow and arrow at passing vehicles over the weekend. The Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office says deputies were called to a home north of Brandon just before 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon for a report of a domestic assault involving a gun. Deputies arriving on scene talked with the man who was alone in the home. A short time later, authorities were called back to the home and the suspect barricaded himself inside.
During the standoff, the suspect allegedly shot arrows and threw liquids at a SWAT vehicle. 53-year-old Chad Ochterberg was arrested and is facing a list of charges, including aggravated assault. The incident is under investigation.
Now let's get a check of this morning's weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, everybody. We are looking at a warm day today. Temperatures in the 80s to near 90 degrees. We'll have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies on occasion, as we'll have northerly winds today, around 10, maybe 20 miles per hour. We are looking at slightly cooler temperatures for tomorrow, remaining dry. And by the time we do hit this coming weekend, I think we will return to the 90s for highs, even a chance for 100-degree heat. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. Well, Sioux Falls is home to 8 community gardens spread across the city. The goal is to give those who do not have access at their homes an area to cultivate their own gardens.
But the summer heat has caused some growing issues. Lead master gardener Ellen Hamilton says a lack of rain has caused plants like corn and carrots to fall behind. But there are ways to work around it.
Also, I've encouraged people to put mulch down because that will help keep the water within around the soil area. And also the gardeners have been really good about adding like some eggshells, coffee grounds, a variety of different things to really improve the soil.
Hamilton says the best time to water your garden is in the early morning or evening. She says watering during the day can kill your plants. Not all whiskeys come from Tennessee. In fact, a new one at Willikers in Sioux Falls was born in the land down under. Wade Unger from Mildura in Victoria, Australia, created methanol moonshine in 2020. But he has a love for America and the Midwest after first visiting the country in 1992 to experience sprint car racing.
In 2015, he started announcing at Knoxville Raceway in Iowa. He knew he wanted to bring his moonshine that celebrates his favorite sport here for the American people he's fallen in love with.
So for me, I love the history of it. I love that Justin Henderson's out there, whose younger brother, Sam, is now racing. So I love the people aspect of our sport, but I also love that Americans would have fun at a funeral. They are so naturally bubbly, and it's like, woohoo! Like they're just into everything. It's free and it's real.
Methanol Moonshine has a variety of labels featuring sprint car icons from both America and Australia. To see those labels, follow the link under this story right here on KELOLAND.com.
And Deputy Johns with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was showing some school spirit over the weekend at the Harrisburg-Jefferson football game on Friday.
With a sign that read, "Cheer or go to jail," he got the whole crowd fired up. A video of his sign eventually went viral on TikTok and was shared by ESPN. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, as we look upon this forecast, I don't know how many of you are cheering on this heat, but maybe a couple of you perhaps, but I would say right now, a little tired of hot weather this summer. We've had a lot of batches of that. We are not done. We have Labor Day weekend ahead, and well, it's the unofficial end of summer, so I guess it should be a little warmer, and indeed, it will be. Let's look at the numbers today. North winds coming in this afternoon. We do see Sioux Falls maybe just a little short of 90, but still plenty warm this afternoon. We don't have the high humidity values. I do think tonight we're going to be partly cloudy. Temperatures will be back in the upper 50s to low 60s. Bottom line is the next couple of days, we're not looking at anything too dramatic yet, but keep watching the maps. We've got heat building in really a couple of different ways. We've got above normal temperatures sourced in southwest Canada, and we also have desert heat coming out of the southwest. So essentially, we're kind of surrounded here. We're not going to be able to get out of this as we get into the weekend. We've got above normal temperatures draped from Canada to Texas and all points in between. So it's just a matter of how hot it's going to be, how humid some of these days will be. Right now, the trend on this heat wave is less humidity than we had with the last round, but that could actually yield temperatures at or above 100 in parts of the plains. Certainly by Labor Day itself, it looks like we may maximize some of that heat in eastern Ketherland, especially going into the Great Lakes. And then eventually this thing will collapse and break down again. But we're going to have to kick that story down at least a week to possibly as much as 8, 9, 10 days out. So it's going to be a little ways, probably just after Labor Day before that gets here. So daylight today, 87. That's not so bad, really. 88 in Pierre, 90 our high temperature in Phillip. Lows tonight, upper 50s to near 60 Sioux Falls. 56 there in Rapid City. And then tomorrow, we're back to the middle 80s, Sioux Falls to Chamberlain. And Rapid City also near 86. But here we go, 7-day forecast. Where's the rain? Not much of it. Until this whole pattern breaks down, we're not likely to see any widespread chances of showers and thunderstorms. So if you catch an isolated shower in the process of warming things up, that would be a good thing, because right now most of us are going to see things drying out in our yards and gardens again. Lows at night mainly in the 60s here. Aberdeen, well, same idea. Not quite as hot as Sioux Falls, but still some low 90s are going to sneak in here for the weekend. And I would argue for Pierre and Rapid City, much the same. There will be some 100-degree heat in parts of central South Dakota by the time we get into Labor Day weekend. We'll see, obviously, the South Central will probably be the hottest. Numbers around Gregory over to Springfield could easily be over 100 for at least a couple of days, if not more. Rapid as well. It's been heating up and drying out, so we'll continue to watch that. Check out the details with the forecast online at KetherLand.com.